homemade ketchup. Guys, this stuff is fantastic. Hey, Bad Christian here again, and today we're going to be making ketchup. Come along with us as we show you our little home style recipe. And guys, we actually love this stuff. It's pretty good. It's not your traditional ketchup recipe, but we enjoy it. Come along, everybody. Gonna get some more maters here. We've got a handful of them. We need red ones, vine ripened, because we're gonna make some ketchup, folks. We got red ones in there. Ketchup mater. Look at these, they're everywhere. I didn't plant any of these. This is all wild. Y'all, if you want to survive and you're interested in homesteading, cherry tomatoes are where it's at, folks. That's where the good stuff is. You can't stop them. You just can't stop them. Well, they're just growing everywhere. That thing's gonna make a bunch of weeds next year.
Oh my gosh, there's a watermelon in here.
There is?
It's rotten, but it's like this big.
I see it in there.
That's
Yikes.
crazy.
It'll make more next year. All rotten. You're spoiled.
Turn your rocket. Spoiled! Whee!
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got a few green ones. These ones they're not far from going, and we'll mature them in the house, but we got these two to work with. Lots of beautiful eggs. We like to use a little sweet point peppers or green peppers. We like to use a little onion. We like to use a little garlic. And first thing we're going to do is soften those up by cutting those up into little pieces, little rings. And then we're going to put them in this pan right here. And we're going to put them with some vinegar. And we're going to cook them down a little bit, because the peppers and the onions and the garlic, they don't cook down as quick as the tomatoes do. These are all cherry tomatoes that are volunteers out of the garden. Good sweet tomato, which you're going to still end up adding sugar. So, guys, cherry tomatoes are a great option for this. Like I've said before, if you're homesteading or you don't have a green thumb and you're no good at growing tomatoes, maybe they don't grow good in your area, this tomato right here will grow, and you can use it. So we're going to go ahead and get this stuff chopped up and get it in here, and then we're going to add the vinegar and go ahead and put it on the heat.
I'm gonna add a lot of garlic because we love garlic. So I'm gonna add the rest of this cloves, this whole clove.
Guys, you don't have to add peppers. You don't even have to add onions. You could do just tomatoes if you wanted to. But you got to get your salt and your vinegar just right. And it's going to be weird for your palate because you're used to the ketchup that comes from the store. So we just kind of make sauce. Like, we just...
With the fresh stuff instead of onion powder or garlic powder, we try to use fresh, and then we can strain it out of there.
I like it. I like a little bit of pepper flavor in there, and I like a little onion, and I like a little garlic.
It gives you an end result of a full-bodied, flavored sauce that can be used for literally anything, and it's so good for you. And it's not that hummingbird sickening sweet ketchup that everybody's used to.
And makes an awesome sloppy joe, by the way.
Me.
Well, we have to just go ahead and I guess put some in there. This is vinegar, folks. That'll probably do it right there. We just want enough to start breaking this stuff down. They're not all the way submerged. They're going to break down. And we want, like I said before, we want this to break down really good before we put the tomatoes in, because the tomatoes don't take much and they break right down. We don't want to overcook everything and cook all the flavor off and strip all the flavor off of everything. We want to keep all those flavors. Add a little bit there, just
pinch of salt?
Yeah, that probably work right there. Just enough to add a little flavor, and we're also making like a small brine in there, which is going to help as a preservative later on.
And it'll give the
and
ketchup
we can always
flavor.
add more. We can always add more vinegar. It's not an issue. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on and get this simmering, and we'll be back in a second. Now, tomatoes have been washed, and we're going to just go ahead and chop them at least in half before we add them to the mix. So quarters work better, but if it's a soft tomato and you just cut it in half, that's fine. Later on, we're going to filter all of the peels and the seeds and all that stuff out of there, which is kind of a neat process. We'll show you that later. So we'll go ahead and get all these chopped up now. Woo. I think I need to put the lid on there. Woo. It doesn't matter that a vinegar ain't gonna evaporate out. Oh yeah. Delicious. I got them whooped. Wee wee. Yeah, buddy. Starting to break down. Starting to get soft. We can use some more vinegar. This is the seasoning for our ketchup.
That's getting nice.
You don't want it to burn, man. You definitely have to add some vinegar to it. It needs a good amount. There's a lot of tomatoes going to go in there. Definitely will use all that. I just want to see those things breaking down. Ooh-wee. Yeah, buddy. Nice and soft. Plenty of vinegar in there. Still got the salt in it. That stuff's going to stay in there and the water will evaporate out. Very soft and good to go. We're going to go ahead and add some tomatoes to it. This dip. Yeah. That's right. Woohoo! Lost one. It's not lost.
I'm
There
cool
we
with
go.
that.
No lost soldiers. Gotta get stirred in there good. I'm probably gonna add some more vinegar to it, but we're gonna let it cook down a little bit.
There's quite a bit of liquid in there.
Yeah, because it's gonna make a lot of water. We want to get a lot of that water out, so but we want to mix the seasoning that we made. Like I said, folks, a lot of people will do like garlic powder, onion powder, so they don't have to.
Celery salt.
Yeah, so they don't have to.
We're infusing the flavor.
That's
we're
right.
infusing it, and then we're gonna I guess kind of extract it into its sauce.
Yeah, so you'll see. When it comes time to turn it into sauce, we'll get there. But we're just getting the flavor in through fresh instead of powdered. Oh yeah.
We're about 40 minutes in.
Starting
We
to
still
get
got
like
a ways to go, but
gosh, that smells fantastic. Oh my goodness.
if it
So
takes
nice.
it a few hours, it's okay. It's okay. Low and slow.
Okay, cook it down. Make it nice. I say leave the lid off and let some of that moisture come out because we're going to get it out at the end anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, let's let some of that moisture out. All right, folks. It's pretty much cooked down. It's kind of like we're making chili, but we don't want to break it all the way down. Everything's softened up. And we're going to shut the heat off, and we're going to let it cool off before we get to our next step, which does take a while. I mean, we're a couple hours into this thing. It takes a minute, but it's worth it at the end. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Everybody loves ketchup. Everybody loves something good to put on a sandwich or make a sloppy joe with. Best sloppy joe in the world. All right, it's been cooling off. Kind of looks like chili a little bit, but we're getting ready to run it through a food processor, and then we'll filter it out. So let's go, everybody. All right, we got our tomato mixture / there's just a little bit of pepper, just a little bit of onion, just a pinch of garlic, nothing crazy. We got a food processor, and we've got our, this is a
mesh strainer.
These are easy to get, and then we just got a bowl to collect it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. All right, on to the next step.
Put it down on there. Don't splash.
Dries right up. Crazy. Ta-da! Starting to get somewhere. Getting some ketchup. Oh yeah. Tastes pretty good. Could possibly use some sugar. Pinch of salt, maybe. It's pretty good so far. We're gonna cook it down though and get some of the water out of it.
All right, and here we go, guys. So we're gonna take what we got, and we're gonna click on the stove to medium and bring it up to temperature. And once it gets up to temperature, we're gonna stir it, and then we're gonna bring it down to low, and then just keep stirring it and keep an eye on it so it don't burn, and get it to the consistency that we want, and then we'll can it.
We'll check back in here shortly. All right, y'all, take your time, because this is low and slow, guys. Don't rush it, or you'll get that burnt flavor. You gotta go low and slow. How long we been at it, love?
Well over an hour.
Nice and slow. It's about time. We're gonna make sure that the flavor is right, and we're gonna make sure
Thicken it up.
Yeah, we want to get close to consistency before we decide vinegar, sugar, salt, those things. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot now and see what we get. All right, go ahead and give it a taste.
Okay.
Too sweet?
That's not bad.
I think it needs more salt.
I agree.
All right, here we go. We add a little bit of this. There we go. Yeah. Salt her down. It's got to preserve. So it's vinegar and salt, sugar, tomato, ketchup, garlic, ketchup.
Sweet point peppers.
Very delicious. Let's keep a stir and see where we get. So I'm gonna add a little bit of vinegar, just a pinch. It ain't got quite enough zing. And I just want to put a little pinch in there. Give it that zing that everybody wants. When we get into some ketchup. There we go. I'm good with that. Let's try this. It's got the zing and everything.
It does. It just like burnt my finger a little bit.
Salty, zingy.
But not too much. It's still so simple and basic, but it's so good.
Consistency is looking really good.
It'll thicken up.
Alright, I think we're not far from just shutting the heat off. And
Let
guys, as we shut the heat off on this, we're going to have to continue to stir it because otherwise what will happen is it will kind of separatate a little bit. So you have to just continue to stir it as it, because there's heat underneath there that's going to continue to radiate. You just want to continue to stir it. It's been a long process, but man, that stuff is fantastic. Alright, we're going to shut it off and go for it, guys. And just keep stirring it until she cools down. Let's get all the jars going. The consistency. Oh, it's fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh, it's gonna be so good on some French fries, some hamburgers,
Some hand cut fries.
hamburgers.
Okay, so what we're doing is we are gonna water bath can our ketchup. We got 2 pints and a jelly jar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lower our basket down in our warm water. It's still on. And you at least want one inch over the top of the jars, and there's plenty in there. So we're gonna put the lid on there, and then we're gonna bump the heat up. Not to high, but maybe a medium high. We're gonna bring it up slowly so that way it can come to a roll and boil. We don't want it to drop below that the whole time that we're canning. So we're gonna get a roll and boil for 20 minutes, and then we'll turn off the heat, let it rest, and then bring it out, and we'll be done. Okay, so it's been about 23 minutes, and so we're done. We need to turn off our water bath canner, so we're gonna go ahead and turn it off. And then we are going to take the lid, and then we're gonna take the basket, prop it up, and we need to let the basket and the ketchup cool off for about 5 minutes before we transfer it on the towel to the counter and be done with it.
Have a look at some homemade ketchup. Guys, this stuff is fantastic.